How would you feel if your family had to emigrate to another country?
The question depends on what country. The feelings depend on the facts and variables that could have the purpose. For example, if I need to migrate to a developed country like Germany, it will be great. But for example, if uh, my family and I would need to immigrate to Costa Rica or a not development country, it will be difficult first, but with the time it would be easily and with the change of language would be more polite and more easy to be in that country. But if, for example, we need to immigrate to a country that I like, for example, Ireland or Norway, it would be great, even if the language we don't know it. So that would be great.
What kinds of Mexican tradition would you like to continue even if you live in another country?
The birthdays of my family and the Mexican independence. This because I think I will receive the Jamaican disease or syndrome that mainly consists of missing your country and your land, its traditions, customs, as well as gastronomy. This last syndrome, it mainly damage uh, top deportees or top athletes that go to play in another country and live in that country. But in my case, I think that I will receive it, but in not in a high intense or in a um, enormous way. I will receive it in a very short. It's because it's of time, but in a short time lapse.
Immigration in other countries, such as the United States, has helped its economy. What are some other advantages of immigration or migration?
One advantage of receiving people is the good looking picture you have to other countries in terms of international relationships. Like nowadays, Mexico is receiving some Afghanistan refugees, and that makes Mexico a good looking portrait for other countries, like for example developed country or pre-developed countries that are like chasing Mexico to in a versus like Colombia, Peru, South American countries, or Central American countries like Costa Rica. So that is a good looking for Mexico. And other advantage could be the multicultural persons you can have, the learnings you can receive that of persons of the other country. Like if Afghanistan people that were or that are here in Mexico are teachers. They could teach in English in university in public universities, and that would be great.
If you could immigrate to a new country, which would it be and why?
I will immigrate to Ireland just because it's a great country. It has very low population, it has a low mortality rate, a low unemployment rate, as well as is one of the top countries that has PIB per capita uh, up of 5 of $5,000 per month. So it's too high to a person. And that would be all. Thanks for listening. How would you feel if your family had to immigrate to another country?
Well, I think that if my family have to immigrate to another country, I will feel pretty bad because it could not see them for a long time, or maybe I will not see them anymore. But I think that at the same time I will not feel so bad because I know that if they emigrate, it was to have a better lifestyles, and I know that they could adapt and live better.
What kinds of Mexican traditions would you like to continue even if you live in another country?
I believe that the Mexican tradition that I would like to continue preserving, even if I live in another country, will be the Day of the Dead, with which we remember loved ones who died, but they will always have a place in our memory and heart. Another tradition that I would also like to continue preserving will be the Independence Day, as it's a very important and significant day for the history of Mexico.
Immigration in a country such as the United States has helped its economy. What are some other advantages of immigration or migration?
Well, some other advantage could be that different cultures are shared, that create new experiences, and they are better school opportunities, job opportunities, economic opportunities, and maybe you can learn a new language.
If you could immigrate to a new country, which would it be and why?
Well, once I have the opportunity to travel to Italy for a couple of weeks, and I really love its culture, and the people of that country has they are very friendly and made me feel at home. So I think that if I have the opportunity to emigrate to another country, maybe it will be to Italy.